Happy Friday! I'm gonna turn my music down, but Friday. Happy Friday, folks. We made it. Another week down. And happy October. It's October. Spooky month is upon us. It's time to get spooky. God, I have a lot of stuff I wanted to cover today, didn't I? Let's see. I guess we can start with what's going on today. What the plan for today is. So it is October, which has a lot of cool stuff going on. We have Pixelween, which we've been doing for our fun art for the past couple days. I think I'm pretty much done with my week one though. Like, I don't, outside of drastically changing it, I can't think of much else I want to change, even though it could probably be better. But I'm not really aspiring to be amazing in it. It's just kind of like a thing to do, I guess. So I'm gonna let that one go. Another thing we're gonna do is Inktober. Inktober starts today. But here's the big thing. October for me is a really busy month. I got a lot going on in my life. I got adult classes for my job that I have to teach, not take, teach for 8 weeks on Tuesday evenings, starting in a couple weeks. I'll be out of town for the tail end of next week, Wednesday through Sunday. I'll be out of town and won't be streaming at all. Be doing stuff. I have a few other things during the week that can come up kind of suddenly, commitment-wise. So basically what I'm saying is, as great as the past month of streaming 5 days a week for Drawbox and Pixel stuff has been, I don't think that's going to be happening at least this month. Maybe December we can try to get back into it. I'm still thinking exactly how I want to do it in terms of Tuesday with the night class stuff, because that technically I'll have to be out of the door here until around 6:15, which means if I come home straight from work, I could probably actually, most weeks, still at least squeeze in a couple of boxes, maybe just 3, and do the rest off stream or, something like that. We'll have to see. And then for Thursdays, I have to think about it as well. Thursdays, I think I could technically make it work because the commitments I have then are usually at like 7 p.m.-ish. But, yeah, October's going to be pretty busy for me. I'm pretty out of it today, too, honestly. I'm tired. I had a long day. Not so much in the, like, work sense, but just there's a lot of life stuff going on, you know? Have some shitty news from back home. It doesn't affect me too much, and it's not particularly surprising, but just draining, you know? Like, not caring about it actually takes a somewhat a reasonable amount of effort. And just some other stuff with other groups I participate in having, oh, I wouldn't say drama, just stuff going on. Could be a little draining to deal with. So, to that effect, today's stream is going to be pretty not too long as well. I know this week has honestly been kind of a crapshoot in that regard. I know Monday I was dying from my second corona vaccine and just watched videos. Did good Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today, too, I mean, we are going to do our 5 boxes today. But for fun stuff, we're cheating a little because we're having our fun stuff be our warm-up, be our thing first, because October's really busy, but I still really want to do Inktober. So, without further ado, here's my solution. If you've followed me on Discord at all, on the Drawbox Discord, you already know what this is, but that's the solution. That's it. It's that fucking easy. So, even though it's my first year doing Inktober, I figured what better way to make sure I don't let it get out of hand and interfere with all the other shit I have going on and wanting to make progress in Drawbox Then to just buy a 300 yen stack of sticky notes and have Inktober be limited to sticky note size. So that's the plan. We're going to do Inktober, but with sticky notes. This way as well, I can keep it nice and small and actually bring the stack with me while I'm traveling next week and still actually do Inktober on those days. So I won't be streaming those days, but I will hopefully, I'll find the time. I'll bring my pen, I'll bring a couple of pens and do Inktober things from my hotel and upload them on Twitter. Probably Reddit. Not Reddit. Discord. In the Drawbox stuff. Or the appropriate Drawbox channel. It's probably going to be a little hard to see on the hand camera, but I don't really care. Deal. So, to that regard, less of me whinging about life and more of me actually drawing. Inktober 2021. King art has something to do with it. I'm 40% coupon code. Wow. I have no idea what King art is. Maybe they have... I wonder what their fine liner shipping prices are. Maybe we'll check that out later. Anyway, Inktober rules are pretty simple. Make a drawing in ink. You can do a pencil under drawing. No pencil under drawing. That's just lame. Post it. Hashtag it with Inktober, Inktober21. Repeat. That's it. Now go make something beautiful. Pretty easy, huh? So, the prompt list is pretty basic this year. Well, I like it because it's one word. It gives you a lot of things to work with. So, today's is crystal. I thought about it a little bit. We're just going to go for it and see what happens. So, today's prompt is crystal. I'm not sure if I should draw on the stack of sticky notes or if I should, like, peel it off and then draw on it. I haven't really decided yet. Kind of like the idea of drawing on the stack and then just, like... I don't think I'll be able to fold them back that well, though. We'll see. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, too, I guess. Let's grab a pen. Let's use a stat letter for these ones, I guess. So... this will be our warm-up before we go on to the boring stuff. Jewel, huh? I had a few ideas I wanted to do for this, actually. The first one that came to my mind was the very generic... kind of like oblong crystal you get in like Final Fantasy kind of games, as well as just like what is it, or just like basic the like really stereotypical diamond line art that you see a lot. I kind of like that, like doing it like flash art style. I haven't really actually drawn anything like that. And it seems like a fun opportunity to try to use like dotting and ghosting as a bit of a warm-up in here. So let's do it that way. So we'll start right down here. It's interesting working off of this taller plane. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually just stick it on the table. So we're going to go probably up to about, I'd say like here. And over here as well. Try to have a similar angle going. It's going to be off to the side, but I don't really care that much. Give me room to, like, I guess write my little tag on the bottom or whatever. Wait, what was it? Crystal or jewel? I can't remember. Crystal, not jewel. Crystal. Diamond counts as crystal, right? Meh. Counts to me. That's all that matters. So, one interesting thing with this is I'm not going to be able to rotate it very well if I'm sticking it to my desk, but maybe I'll stick it to another piece of paper so I can rotate the paper. It's kind of a genius idea. My genius sometimes, it's frightening. It'll probably make the visibility on camera even worse than it already is, but yeah, this way I can actually like rotate the page a bit. The angle's a little off, but that's okay. And then we want kind of like, I don't know how many facets we want. The standard one I think is like 3-ish. Could do like 7 though. Like if we just go like like I don't know. 3 or 4 maybe. I like the idea of having it actually angle down a little bit though, so for starters, let's just kind of make it as we go. Not taking this super seriously. So if we go like and then they all intersect at the same bottom point, so we can just put those in right away. Do those a little slowly. Now the question is, do we just do a straight one here, or do we put more in the middle? I kind of like the idea of doing 4, like one more line here in the middle. Kind of adding a little more in that plane. And then just right down the middle here. Something like that. And then from here, we want stuff to start going up to like a top plane of some sort. So if we just do the generic like octo-cut one, I guess it'd be something like up here. I'm just looking at some reference while I do this too. Like down there. Let's see how this first one looks. kind of weird and multifaceted, but that's fine. And then, yeah, not having... I mean, having that works, I guess. I feel like this should be higher up. Now, the top plane is going to be hard, too. Could fudge it and do a different gem entirely coming out of the top. That might be fun. Just like do like some angled thing, like that could be fun. I kind of like that idea. So how we would do that would be... So like you could have just that as like your basic top. Trying some watercolor with it. Ooh, that sounds fancy. I decided I just wanted to do them as like quick, easy warm-ups, which is why I'm just doing a really basic ass line art diamond with some weirdness on it. But I was thinking up here, instead of just leaving this like the flat top, I kind of want to like pattern it a little bit. So I'm going to do a tiny ellipse up here. And then kind of fan out from it. It's like a... something like this, kind of. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Something like that. Yeah, I've always wondered at that with watercolors is like how much of it is just waiting for shit to dry, you know? Or in my case, using Clip Studio, waiting for it to render without like crashing my entire computer because I used way too big of a brush size for watercolor physics to render properly. So this is sloppy and wobbly, but I want to do like thick line weight for this one. So I think by adding to it, it'll hopefully look a little bit cleaner. And we could just kind of do like the stereotypical little like crown of lines coming off like you'd see in like flash tattoo art, basically. Just like... real basic. You might have used too much water. Yeah, that could be it. That probably is it. I feel like I would use way too much water too. To be perfectly honest with you. You know, this does seem like a good opportunity to use other ink stuff as well as just the fine liners, though. It's a good point. Maybe I'll try something like that. Might use a Sharpie actually on this one too, just because I do want it really thick. Pretty sure I have a Sharpie somewhere actually I could be using. Don't know though. I feel like I want to add something to that inner area. I had kind of a fun idea. I don't know if I could do it. How would that look like? Like I was thinking of just doing a little dude stuck inside, like knocking on the window. So like it'd be like shitty little stick art dude, but like let's just go for it. I'm just like, let me out. Come on, camera. Oh, and then we could use this line to be something coming after him in there. This has potential. Throwing some of the draw box technique stuff to the wind here. It's because I haven't really just drawn from the wrist for a while. And this isn't draw box, so why the hell not? I know exactly what that has to be. Just gonna do some random little doodly shit. Stuck in and or coming out of our little diamond prison. Just trying to make like a little thing holding it. Not sure if that really comes across well though. Haven't really done any shading in with the fine liners too yet either. Come to think of it, I've only done like line things. Just kind of doodling and having fun with it. Haven't actually just kind of doodled in a while. So we got a race shitty diamond, random chunky ass cat thing stuck in the right, dude stuck in the middle, box there. Now we just need one other thing over here. Make these a bit more slappy or sketchy. So here we got box, person, cat thing. What else can I draw that's like frog? Yes. Okay, that'll work. Little frog hanging out in there. Give him some legs too. Now, do we add anything in the bottom area? Maybe some light shading and that's it. Just like... something like that. Yeah, it's good enough. This line's a little weird, but it's whatever. Alright, so let's add a little pizzazz in the bottom. Do... what do I have? Add my Twitter handle that I'll be doing this on, and just do... Inktober. (2021) number 1 Jewel. Or wait, it was Crystal, wasn't it? Not Jewel. Yeah, the prompt was Crystal. Okay. Cool. So there you go. There's Inktober number 1. Small scale. Shitty little crystal. Some dudes inside. Nice little warm up. Stick that on my monitor stand for now. Hey, look, my paper's right here. Awesome. Time to draw boxes. Switch back to the Micron for that, though, just because that's what I've been using all week. Alrighty. Oh, I should probably move the camera back to a better angle for this, too. I hate having to fight with this thing every day. But 'tis what it is for the time being. Good enough. Okay. So let's pop up our Y tool. Gotta look at what I did yesterday, actually, to make sure I'm not doing a bunch of the same ones, but I don't think I did one like that yesterday. I did not. Cool, we'll start with this one then. Right off the bat, something somewhat fresh. Draw nice and far in this time. So we have room for all of our shit. A little down to the left. Pretty far up to the left. And then way out to the right, almost horizontal. I think going down just slightly. All the way out to here. Gonna draw our little reference arrows too for our vanishing points. Let's get to it. Didn't make it all the way, but that's still a pretty good stroke. Bit off the point, but still a nice confident line. And a little wobbly, but at least come up pretty much on the point. Okay, so we'll adjust our points to actually be where our lines ended up. Can work around that. And now, which planes to do first and last? Probably going to save the small plane for last, and we'll just do these two first. So let's do the front plane first. So we want to decide on a convergence point or vanishing point way down where I am. And then also from here to here. Because this is going down very slightly. So I think having this go up very, very slightly, I think is an okay call. Because that means these will converge like out here somewhere. Or they should. So I think I'm okay with how that is. Going out there. And then we're doing this big old top plane. Which I think this one will do. Maybe we'll do like super foreshortened on this plane only. Like do something ridiculous, like have the vanishing point for this corner only be like here. That could be fun. Like right at the edge of the paper. So if you extend that to like here. And then have this, so that would be still gradually coming down to me with these other two eventually. Maybe even a little further up. So this going down from here will be a bit more gradual. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this dot in the middle. Arced it a little bit, but should still be okay. Which means now for the inner corner. Oh, this one ended up diverging a little bit, I think, just because... Yeah, that's fine. So these are still going down. So these are still pretty far down. So we want this to be like here. But pretty high. Like this back plane needs to be really, really tiny. Given how extreme, like even that's actually too tall. It needs to be like practically right on top of it. So that this can go up and out to here. That one doesn't look too terrible already. So this is going... This goes out here. This goes out here. So we go from here and draw through. I think it needs to be a little... No, that might be okay. And then on this one, it needs to be going... Because this is our point now. It needs to be going parallel-ish to here and still converging. I think that'll work. Let's just do that. The furthest one down. Curved it a little at the end again. Got to make sure I'm not losing control like that too often. And now we need our last point down here. So this needs to go like really far in. Right around there, maybe, probably a little higher. Oh, wait, no, they're converging down, not up. So, like, here even. That way this is still going down to meet here. Because these are converging out here somewhere, or trying to be. And this needs to be going basically, almost not quite, actually not really straight down. This needs to be going out more too, so like out here. But then if we do that, this needs to be... I think this is as close as we're going to get on this one. Maybe like right in between these two. It's hard to tell on the vertical one because the line we're drawing is so small. So let's just do this middle one. Also, kind of depends where you hit the dot, I guess. Backplane ended up too small in relation to this line again, though. Gotta be careful with that. Must needs be careful. And there is box number, what is this, 16? With the hyper foreshortening. Front plane is pretty obviously this one up here, this big one. So we'll... get our kind of sloppy hatching in there and do line weight. All right, that's 16. Let's see what Wygen gives us next. Like the opposite one. Okay. It's fine by me. I know I've definitely done... I did a similar one like this, I think, for 15, actually. It was pretty close to this exact one. Wasn't it? It was similar, yeah. But that's okay. So we're going to start right over here. Short little line up here. Now. Okay. Medium line down to the right. And then just a big old one to the left. And up. It's probably like around here. Draw our reminder arrows for later. And get to it. Okay, so we're going to do small plane first, and then front plane, and we'll leave the back plane for last. That looks pretty good. Missed the line a little bit, but not the edge of the end of the world. Still a little wavy, but... And then we're going to do this one next. So... we want coming down from here. Oh, come on. Is this not charging again? Oh. This phone, man. Sometimes. It's plugged in and it's charging quickly, quote unquote. As it's literally watching the percentage go down in real time. That should be good for now. We'll see. It might randomly die, but I'll know when it does because it vibrates like super annoyingly. Throwing my backup phone, or my actual phone, on my charge pad, just in case I need to swap over to it. So these two kind of converge. Oh, I don't know. Say like down here-ish. Pretty far out. So should be working towards that as well. And we want this running up, but not too dramatically. This will probably be a pretty far vanishing point. So I think we'll go with that. That should be okay. Alright, so this one is going up here. This one's going up there as well. So we need this one going pretty similar up there for the inner corner. And far enough up that this can be heading towards that convergence as well. This dot. So I think we'll be aiming for this to be going below this line just slightly, right? Should put this somewhere like here, I want to say. Looks fairly alright. Maybe not perfect, but we'll see. Bit of an odd plane to be drawing first with having like the actual top plane being coming last. I don't think I've actually done it in this order before. So then our last point needs to be converging towards you. Actually looks pretty alright. From a bird's eye view. And that'll be number 17. Actually, came out not bad. I don't think the convergences are that back corner is a little wonky, but I don't think it's super, super bad. This one's a little weird. That last dot was a little, or was that the last dot? I think it was actually one of the last dots. No, the second to last dot. But this line didn't really help me in that regard. So for facing plane, it'll be... Could be that last top plane we drew, honestly. Because it is kind of tilting up like that. So we'll do it that way. And do our line thickening. Looks like a piece of nigiri almost. I had nigiri for dinner. It was delish. Good choice. Highly recommend. Had tuna. There we go. It's a pretty bog standard one. We can do that. I'll fit nicely in the corner here, actually. So center dot, down dot, top right, and slightly more angle down to the top left. Hey Mowgli, I'm not bad. I'm pretty good. I'm a little tired. But it's Friday, so that's nice. We're on box 18 now. And we did a fun little, I don't know if you were here for it, but we did our first drawing for Inktober as a warm-up. Decided to do Post-it note size. So, doing did a little cute ink drawing. First day's prompt was crystal, so just drew a shitty little line art diamond and threw some things trapped inside of it. But I mentioned earlier, I don't think anyone was actually in yet, but October is actually gonna be a really busy month for me, just real life wise. So what I've decided to do is I really wanted to do Inktober. So I was like, if I just do that as like a warm up thing, and I literally am just gonna have a stack of Post-it notes and just do them all like Post-it note size. That way I can still be doing it and not have it be like too much on my plate art wise. So we're still chugging through our boxes, and I'm doing a pixel challenge thing too on a pixel joint. So that's what we've been up to lately. How did the rotated boxes go? They were rough, but we got... The feedback was like basically, what was the feedback? Oh, issues with drawing through boxes held me back in a lot of it. I did still manage to get a decent amount of rotation in them. Let me pull it out for you. It has been a while, hasn't it? So we got this is how the final result of it. A few of the corners ended up pretty decently. Like, I'm not too disappointed with this corner. Or this one, actually. Like, the spacing between and the scaling got off super bad, but I feel like I got the spirit of the rotation pretty okay down here, at least. There was one of them, I forget where it was. I think it was, oh yeah, if I'm looking at it top down. Like, this one from the get-go. This box I got really lost on and screwed up on, and that kind of, like, made the ones around it deviate pretty intensely. But overall, I'm fairly happy with how it came out, all things considered. And had a ton of fun with Organic Perspective after, actually. I actually really enjoyed that exercise, the Organic Perspective one. I thought it was a lot of fun drawing along the line. But how have you been? Still doing the Organic Perspective one? It takes a while, but it's fun. I don't know, I got super in, like, the vibe for it. I think it was, what was it? Was it last Friday? Has it only been a week? It might have only been a week. Oh, rotated? It takes so long. Which is funny. I think it was rotated was such a struggle for me that even if organic isn't technically something that most people would consider fun, it ended up being super fun for me just because it wasn't rotated. That and not having to draw through the boxes was really nice because I still didn't actually have a good idea of how to draw through boxes very well until I did the video for the 250, because that kind of goes into it a bit more in depth, which helps a lot. So what face do we want to draw first? Let's do the top and left face first, and then we'll leave the right one for after we do the back corner. So this is going out here somewhere. We'll have this boy go out here as well. But down a little more so this can actually converge right. So looking at this one that way. Along with that one. That looks pretty okay, I think. So we will commit to this dot. Rotated sucks though. I think, like, I don't know. The funny thing is, I think they don't even, after I don't even think it's one of those things where you go back to it right after 250. I think it's one of those ones where it's like after less than like 3 or 4 is when people are finally like, oh yeah, you should go back and try rotate it again and see how it looks now. Like, that one is, like, very, very far in the, like, just yeeting you into the deep end of the pool side of things. And this is going straight down almost, a little out. So this should be going in very slightly. Or parallelish to it. In very slightly, and then we want... So this is going, like, out to here. This is also going out pretty far. So we want one from here that's also... Oh, sorry, can't really rotate the page and do that, right? It should be, like, somewhere, like, up here. And then going in. So we're going to want it to be... Should be something like there. Because then this is still following these two lines out. And then this will be coming in at a bit of an angle, so it'll actually intersect with this. So this will probably be the tightest convergence, will be the vertical ones on this one. I think that works. Let's try it this way. Overshot my line slightly, but I don't think that will affect this too much. We can just move this out slightly more. Since it'll be our first of the vertical ones drawn, it'll just mean that conversion isn't as drastic. Which is fine. Drew that line a little too long, but that's okay. Was thinking about other things, like convergences. So that goes. It's almost like straight down now, though, huh? So that's like straight down. This one's going out a little, so. Which means this one should also be going probably like to the left a little. And then these are basically parallel, so this one just needs to follow a similar line out there. That's a little too high, I think. Maybe that might actually be just about right. Yeah, I think lower would actually be the issue. So, like a little higher. And then I think this one's okay though. This that angle looks alright to me. Doing it right here, so I think we go for it and just see on this one. Should be pretty close. So, hmm. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. It might be a little high still, actually. So let's go a little lower. Just slightly lower and in. I think that'll be okay. Oh, we missed the line. Or the dot. That's okay. See how it turns out now. But we're still working on like accuracy a little bit, but not trying not to focus too much on it on this point. It's much better to or easier to just think about like the vanishing lines and trying to get them somewhat sorted. Like this one, I think is actually, I think that was a little too low since I missed I think I should have actually done that. Well, I think if I had actually gone to the point I'd marked out, it would have worked a bit better, but I digress. So now we need one that goes with here, here, here. These two are the ones we're trying to aim up with, so we want it like up here. And we want the horizontal line to be going with these boys out here. So it does need to be a bit lower than here. And so we have this line out here. Something like that. Maybe in a little more. That might actually be to the point where that's diverging, though. Then that line's coming down super hard. Now, I think this is actually our best bet. Because that way this is still, the vertical line will still be coming down to converge with these eventually, hopefully. Although these two are kind of tilted out where they shouldn't be. Because of where this one ended up. But we'll see how this goes with this middle dot. I think knowing that there's going to be an issue with your box at the end, but still kind of like working through it and doing what you can with what you have helps a bit. And then our front plane will be this one. So... trying to get better at smooth hatching, but it is not going very well. It's kind of like zebra striped, but we're working on it. Do our line weight as well. Honestly, the speed with which I do my line weight, it's probably the speed I should be doing my actual lines with. If I get worried that I'll panic without having the actual clear reference line to follow. So there's box 18. Some issues with the back corner again. But we'll see. I think that one actually kind of came out alright. We'll see how it comes out when we correct it in a bit here. So 2 more boxes today. We have room for some big ones down here, actually. All of the ones up here have been small so far. Probably should have drawn them a little bigger. Ooh, this is a fun one. Have we done an angle like this today? Kind of, but in a different way. Actually, not even really this way. I don't think we have really done one this way in a while. Cool, we'll do this one. Back at it. Okay. So we'll go pretty far down, honestly. We have a lot of room at the bottom of most of our sheets so far. And this won't be an exception, or this will be the same as that, so we'll do all the way down here, I think. Start there. Have a very small line to the right, like here. Down just a little. Have a very long line up to the top left, like here. And then have a medium length line going pretty much right down the exact right angle here. We'll go right around to here, I think. That should be fine. Add our arrows for reference later. Did we do that on the last one? Yeah, we did. Okay. And get to draw in. Do our short one first. Little wavy. Intersected in a weird place, but that's okay. So, I kind of want to do this top plane first because I know it's going to be a pain in the ass. Probably do these two first and then leave the bottom right for last. I think will be a good idea. So the first thing we need to do is figure out where the heck this boy's going. A little wavy, but I think generally it's going pretty far out, pretty far down. So something like that, and then this will be going up. Honestly, I think I'm okay with that right there. We'll see how bad the estimation is. I've noticed with in the past with some of these long lines, my perception of how parallel a line is when it's far off is pretty dang off, but we'll see. Now, it would help if I could actually draw the line right, but it was just a little south of it. That's okay. And then we want to do the big one next. So the big one will be the first one going down from here. And also following these two merging up here. So should be pretty parallel to these, honestly. Kind of going for infinity vanishing points on this one a bit, I think. That's diverging a little too much, so it needs to be a bit higher. And then this would be... Yeah, I think that's okay. Little wavy again. It slowed down a bit too much. It's actually going to be kind of like this one, which is another, I think of an issue I'm having with these longer boxes, is the waviness kind of makes my back planes messed up. Something I've noticed. So this is like, and one's going down a bit, but kind of want these to be parallel on this smaller plane, or fairly close to it. That's not far enough over. That should be a little better. I think might be a bit too big. But we'll see. And then going towards these two. No, because this needs to be more down here. No, I guess that's okay. Kind of phoning it in on this box a little, to be honest with you. Brain is getting tired. Been a long day. Long week. Even though I was only in for 4 days at work this week, but it's number 19. This will be our front plane. But the hatching came out nice on that one. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I messed up that one a little bit. Let's fix that. Alright, last box of the day. Let's hope we get something juicy. Yeah, that is another pretty juicy one, actually. Sure, we'll take that one. We'll do it nice and big, too. We'll do it right here in the middle. This one I should have drawn more in the center. Thought I was going to need more room. So this one can go pretty much right in the center. This music's a little intense for the chill playlist. What the fuck? Enlightened. Thought it was on the chill music list. Oh well. Not a huge deal. I made it a lot bigger than the Y originally gave me. That's fine though. That's not a problem. So let's do the two long sides first, and then we'll do the inner one after we do the back corner. So kind of want my long vanishing ones to not even to like barely be converging, if at all. Would rather the convergence be on these vertical ones if at all possible. A little wobbly, but I like the idea there. And then for the next big one, this is going out here. So we'll do something similar there. With a nice big late I think up a little higher. Maybe. Hard with the arc there. We'll see how this one goes. I think that looks okay. Not bad. This might be diverging a little bit, though, this one. We'll see. Now for our interior corner, we need coming down this line. Yeah, these two are cock-screwed out a little bit, I think. So we'll go off the back plane just for that consistency there. So on this line, but up a bit more this way. I think around there looks better, right? Maybe back a little this way. Go with the middle one. Overdrew that line really bad. That one's bad. That one should have been. I should have ghosted that better. That was sloppy. Okay. These ones are going straight back, so follows a similar trajectory to here. I think that works actually. A little wobbly. Oh, that last corner got really wobbly. Oops. And that'll be number 20. And this is our initial point, so that needs to be in the front. Give it a second for brain to catch up. All right, this is front plane. Number 20. So that's boxes 15 through 20. Man, it looks so much better on camera than on person. It does look better, nice looking at it from far away. I mean, except for like this mess and this mess up there. But corrections time. And then we're gonna peace out today, I think. I'm gonna relax tonight. Have a drink or 4. Some snacky snacks. So our general rule of thumb with correction lines, for me at least, is try to get as much of the line on the ruler as I can. Sometimes I can't. Like this one, you can see it's very arched. So in that case, I tried to make sure my ruler's at least passing through the points I marked. That way we can see where I was intending to go, even if the accuracy kind of wavered a little bit in the execution. Oh, right, this was a hyper foreshortened one. I was like, why are those intersecting? Those shouldn't be intersecting. They should be intersecting. That was the point. Actually, I think I wanted them to intersect right at the edge of the page, though. Yeah. Intersection is a bit off. But I think it's partially because the back plane got so scuffed. Yeah, see, so the bottom one... Or no, not the bottom ones. These two. Wait, which two are these? Oh, these two. Interesting. So the bottom right corner and the top left corner actually intersected exactly where I wanted them to. The bottom left and the top right were the ones that were quite off this time. That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I was using sky blue, not dark blue. Dark blue is a bit too easy to mix up. So sky blue is for the horizontal ones coming off of here. Should basically just be horizontal boys, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I wanted the only... hyper one to be up the back, but with the height issues with the top one, these two are probably going to be off. Oh my god, why do my ruler keep moving? Need to, like, forcibly hold this thing down. Not too bad on that one, actually. These two are coming in kind of sharp, but... And then our vertical ones... with the red. Or magenta. For how much I love magenta, I keep saying the color wrong all the damn time. I'm gonna do this the other way so I can see a bit better. Oh man, that's a thin line, or a thick line. And then this one's off, I think. Or just different. Yeah, that one's kind of diverging out a little bit, it looks like. See as we carry on. Still, the green, the idea that I would just want a green to be the hyper, what is it called? Why am I forgetting this word? Foreshortened, hyper foreshortened. Worked okay. Keeping with the usual rule, even though our top plane is the front plane on this one, and you would think, looking at my other patterns, that since these are vertical, they'd be red. We're going with the ones going away from the plane facing the viewer as the green ones, just as a rule of thumb to help keep me consistent in that regard. So these two are converging a little bit, but besides that, it's actually not too bad, I don't think. And the blue will be... I guess the blue would be our horizontal ones on this one, and then we'll use the red for the depth. Right, because if we tilted... Yeah. So the blue would be these going off to the left here. Once again, I did the same thing yesterday. I gotta pay more attention to the shit the Y thing spits out. Because I'll make my blue horizontal lines be facing each other like two boxes in a row. Like one will be immediately to the left, and the next one will be immediately to the right. So you have weird intersecting things like this. Just makes it visually a bit of a mess. It's pretty good though, actually. That blue plane came out pretty good. 17 might actually just be the best box of the day. But this last plane does have some issues, I can see. This one, namely. Yeah, so I think besides that back corner again, I think we did actually pretty decently on this one. Because you can see with this back corner being off, why this is important, or one of the reasons this is important to do your correction lines, is you can, by doing this, you can see clearly that this back corner, if it was shifted down a little further, this red line would be vanishing to the same place as all the others. And by doing that shift properly, shifting it the right way, this vertical line would have been more aligned with the other three as well. So it kind of lets you pinpoint various trouble points of any given box. Which is nice. Gives you something concrete to be like, this is where things went iffy. Instead of being like, oh, something just looks weird. I don't know what. Green plane looks pretty good on that one. Blue will be to the left again. I think blue deviate, or that bottom one deviates a bit. Let's see how this last one comes out. That's actually pretty good, I think. Honestly. Blue and green plane looks good. We'll see how red came out. I think red has some issues with the wobbling in the back corners, but... Yeah, that wobbling made that converge early, I think. Not terrible, though, honestly. Just having a few bits of the red one be off pretty bad. The rest looks pretty good, even extended out far. 17 and 18 came out pretty decent. 19's kind of a hot mess, but might not even be able to see how much of a hot mess it is given how little space I gave myself to extend these lines back, but honestly, despite this back plane not going up to the right level, the green plane came out not terrible looking. The green boys. Blue will be going down. Ah, I can already see the deviation though from the back plane. Those two are going up when they should not be. I wonder if I was ghosting to the wrong place there. I might have been. Bottom ones are converging pretty rapidly. The top one is still converging, just at a bad angle. And the bottom line, I think just the bottom line of the back corner just kind of jumped the shark entirely. Yeah, that one's super, super duper off. Let's check with the Vert gang. Vert gang ain't terrible. I mean, that line is wavy as shit. And obviously with this plane being off, there's some weirdness. But honestly, I think outside of the like height issues of the back plane, 19 wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And just the waviness in general. I don't know. Interesting to think about. Let's see how 20 went. 20 was kind of rushed, but I think it came out okay looking at it now. So green is going straight back here. Yeah, green isn't too bad. I mean, where the line should have gone and where they actually went is still a bit of a deviation, but... think blue has some issues. Yeah, I can see them. It's always that back corner that keeps getting me. It's been like a week and change and I can't get that sorted. Actually, it's not even a week and change. It's just been a week, but... Yeah, these two are off pretty bad. Actually, they're all kind of different. That whole set got very off the rails very quickly. And in turn, the red set got very off the rails very quickly. I think the green set, the first one I drew, was the only one that really did anything like it was supposed to. Actually, not too bad. Not as bad as I thought. Still some, like, weirdness, but... So there's boxes 16 through 20 in all their color-corrected glory. Can't really see the color on my camera too well. But... 16 wasn't too bad, honestly. I'm pretty happy with how 16 came out, all things considered. 17 had that one issue with the back corner again. 18 came out really good. 18 is probably one of the better ones I've done so far, even with the slight issue with the back corner again. 19 was surprisingly decent. Just the waviness of the lines and like missing a few times made it jankier than it should have been. And 20 was alright. There were some issues, but it was alright. I don't know, I think we did okay today. Which isn't bad considering, be quite honest with y'all, I'm pretty mentally checked out right now. I am pooped. I'm gonna make myself a drink. Have some ice cream. Throw on some streams. Probably just put on my play Minecraft or something. Something I can just kind of brain dead and chug away at for a bit here. But turn off the hand camera. Don't need you no more. At least not today. So today we did 5 more boxes and we started Inktober. That cute little ink thing. To go reiterate the things I was talking about at the beginning of the stream as well. October is very busy for me, so there is a very good chance that I won't be streaming on Tuesdays following, like next week would probably be my last Tuesday stream for a while. Might do some like really short, like 3-box ones, like do 3 boxes before my commitments and 2 boxes after, but we'll have to see. I don't know if I want to do that much or if I just take Tuesday as a rest day. And then towards the end of the month, there's the potential for Thursday to possibly have a shorter start and definitely a shorter end as well, as I have other commitments then too. Oh, and the tail end of next week. Next week, I will not be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, as I will be out of town for a business thing. Yeah. Don't think I'm planning on streaming anything this weekend. Haven't really thought about it, but I don't really have anything. I mean, there is like the Inktober daily stuff, but I'll probably just be on my Twitter. Those will just be short little fun things I do while I'm like watching streams or something. So I think that's the plan for that. Can't really think of much else I got for you today. Besides reattaching my camera mount. Comes undone pretty easily because I wobble the base around a lot trying to get good angles. Or better angles for the hand camera. But, short stream again today. I mean, I say short, but Honestly, I'm slightly surprised that I've been as good or been basically consistently doing 3 to 4 hour streams every night for almost a month or for over a month at this point. Kind of surprising. Wasn't sure I'd last this long, to be honest. But it's been fun. So I'll be back on Monday. Like I said, I'll be here Monday, Tuesday next week. So until then, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend and happy October. Cheers.